Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Wednesday, February 26th, 2025. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here with live chat. Today is going to be, if you have any questions, you can ask those today. I'm going to be sewing on my Dresden Village pieces or pressing or something, probably a combination of both. And I'm going to give people a chance to get notifications and come into the chat. If you haven't already, go over to Facebook and also join my Facebook group, Teaquilts LLC. And make sure that you answer the 4 questions so that your membership will be approved. You can share your projects as well. Also, while we're waiting for folks, I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I knew all month that the month of February is National Embroidery Month. And I guess I did some embroidery because I did backstitch on my sewing machine block for the needle. So I guess I did some, but I had wanted to come and do some embroidery on my embroidery machine, but I just couldn't seem to pull those together. So we don't have anything showing on a video for embroidery month. Let's see. My iron is still hot. Let's press these. It's great that we have months that recognizes the art of something and that the people that are skilled in it. So I like that. Or not necessarily, you're skilled and you're also practice it, I guess, because everybody has a skill level. But I think that's cool. So I'm going to press this and then I will pull up my YouTube so I can see who's here today. So also, while you're waiting, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button already, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me. If you're watching this and you can't type in the chat box, that means that you're not subscribed to this channel. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bells so you'll be notified when I'm live. I'm also live on Saturdays. Okay, got to get this in the center. Saturdays for 2 hours, I do a live sew and chat. And it starts at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next Wednesday is going to be March birthday shout outs. So if you have a birthday in the month of March, go ahead and send it to me in an email to teaquilts@teaquilts.com. And I will shout you out. I will not be doing any birthday shout outs that are in the chat. You must send them to me via email so that I can add you to the list. I ran out of power. Ran out of heat. So we'll just put those right there for a minute. Let me get into YouTube. And change my settings so I can see all messages. So let's go up here and see what we have, or who we have. We got Darcy. She's also reminding you all to give Tia a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also check out her Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Thank you, Darcy. And we also have Sue GSD here saying the countdown is, drum roll, 119 days. Get those pillowcases made for Teaquilts. She's the most remarkable person I know like a really tall Energizer bunny. Oh my God. And I've had some long days. I'll talk about that in a minute. Delia Castro Short, your books came in. The books came in for the ultimate guide to borders, bindings, finishing. But the main thing was that it has 100 different border ideas or variations. When I ordered the next 12 books, I ordered 12. This time they only sent me 4, said they had 4 in stock. Remember last time I had 4, and then when I ordered, it still said it had 4 in stock. So now they have back ordered the books for me, and they're going to come in March 7th. So Delia, I need to figure out how you pay because I can't remember. And so then your book is in, and I've mailed Remo's, Deborah Holloway, I want to say, because it was the first 4 people, and Zandra. So those 3 people books have been mailed. I don't have the paper in front of me. It's still sitting at my computer right now. So the other 8 books are going to come in. They'll come in. They're going to be delivered to Checkers on March 7th, and then we'll get those other books out. So at least now I know that their computer got the glitch out of the way because it told me it had 4 books. I bought 4 books because I would have bought 8 books had it told me it had 8 books. Because I knew I could sell those books because it's a really good resource book. But they came back and said they really only had 4 when they went and checked. And so they did back order. I got the notification saying that they'll be there on March 7th. So those books, the other 8 people will be delayed. I took it in order of me getting the orders from the chat. So that's how the first 4 books were distributed. So I've mailed the other 3. I didn't have, the other 3, I think had paid. And so I mailed those out, and she was the only one that had not. And it was a busy day. It came today. I got the order about 1. I was on my way to UPS to drop off a quilt that's being returned. And so then I had to make another run to drop off some orders, some product orders I had. And so then I said I may as well go ahead and get these done. And so then my husband dropped off the things that went to the post office. So that saved me a stop. So that was really nice. So C Joy Creations is here. Welcome, welcome. Deborah Sims Brown. She said they had a beautiful day in Maryland. We also had that in St. Louis. I was actually outside with just this on. I tried putting on my flannel shirt. I was burning up. I had to take that stuff off. One thing I did do was while I was out, I did get a chance to run my undercarriage of my car through a car wash because I really wanted to hand wash it at home. But it was like I wasn't going to get the undercarriage very well. So I just drove through one of the little car wash things to get that done. Also, as you can see, my hair is like half done. This is wash day. So I was able to get the back of it twisted. And I, had to stop for the live so I could come in here. So that's why I got 2 hairstyles. Just in case somebody wants to know. Dorothy Battle is here. Judy Smith, June Hansen, Sheila Willis, Maddie is here. Francis Jackson. Maddie says her rent's paid. If you see rent's paid in the chat, that means that they've already hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't paid your rent, go hit the thumbs up button now and come on back and join us. We'll be right here waiting for you. Hi, Anita, Scott, Diane McCoy, Betsy Layton. Still waiting for my dinner to come out of the oven. Oh, I didn't cook today. I wanted Chinese food. We went to the place we like to get it at, and it was closed today. So then my husband went to a St. Louis tradition is we love thin crust pizza, and Emo's Pizza is where he went and got a pizza, and it was really good. For something that I'd had no taste for, it was really good. Hey, Remo JS. Zandra Oldham is here. Judy says her thumb up is done. Thank you. Teresa Forrester's here. Shelley. T. Roberts. T. Nunny Roberts. Claudette Hall. Melody Kiefer. Joe Carmel Perkins of Quilts by Carmel. Says love the red t-shirt. Thank you. Tomorrow, I keep thinking sometimes that it's Friday, and it's like days when I'm long arm quilting. I go long arm quilting. I don't take my phone. I don't have my watch on because it's on the charger. And then I forget to watch live the Underground Railroad series. But the final part is tomorrow, the reveal of those who have finished their quilt top. So I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully you all can join Quilts by Carmel tomorrow for the reveal of the Underground Railroad quilts. Let's see. Janice Miller is here. Barbara Beckles, leader. Beckles, leader. Jester Creative Spaces. Frances saying she received her package today. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you. It's my pleasure. Vivian Calvi. Let's see. There's a lot of you guys in here today. Michelle the Quilter. Janet McCarroll. C. George reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button as well. Francis says, you were correct about those Dresdens. They are really tiny pieces. I'm getting my fabrics together. We'll see how it goes. Yes. Kevin is just a beast because he sat down and he cut all his pieces on both sizes for the first set of blocks all at one time. Then he went and ran them through his sewing machine. And then he went and pressed them all at one time. Kevin is a beast. I don't know where he is in the sewing portion, but I know that he has a chunk of them. He has all of them cut and pressed because he did the pressing at Scrap Club 2 months, not this month, January. I was just shocked. So, yeah, I cut for 6 because I had to see how it was going to go. And I really didn't like how it went, but I liked the end result. So I had to go back and cut my remaining blocks. So I've got baggies here with all of my pieces in them now. Hey, Benita, talking about she in the car. Woo, I didn't cut these whole set. Don't have the corners cut off. So we got to do that. We just like to thin it out in the corners. Since we're going to be turning it out, I guess I missed this whole bag. Must have thought I already done them. So I have not been in here sewing at all. I have not been in this room since Saturday when we did our last live and I sewed on these. What have I been doing, you ask? I quilted 2 quilts, and then Monday night I decided that, okay, I've had a computer in my box that I had purchased and had not even installed it, and I bet it had probably sat there 2, probably 3 months, a computer in the box. And so I thought, this is getting really ridiculous, but I still never did anything about it. I'm walking past this box all day. It's in my long arm room where my computer is. So I'm walking past it all day, every day. And, yeah. I then got a notice from my internet service saying that I had an old router that I needed to request a new one. I don't know why, if I have an old router and I'm paying my bill, why do I have to request a new one? Can't you just send me the updated stuff instead of me having to go tell you to send me some stuff? Because it wasn't like I had to fill out anything other than verify my address. They could have told me to just verify my address when they told me I needed a new router. So anyway, that finally came. It came Sunday. So then I didn't open it until like late Monday night, going into Tuesday morning. So late Monday night, I decided to open it. And then it's saying you got X number of days. I want to say it was like 21 days. And if you don't return your old router in that time, we're going to charge you, I think it's $200. And I was like, okay, because I know I've been waiting. I'll wait till the last minute and then don't have time to do it. So it's like, we need to get up and get this done. Because I was opening the box to see what was new about the router and that type of stuff, to see if I needed to do anything special. So then it was like, okay, get up and let's do this thing so we can make sure everything's working. So I was up. I did not realize that I had started that maybe about 11 o'clock at night, Monday night. I was up until like 10 o'clock the next day. I started with the router because I didn't want to start with the computer because I didn't want it to read the old router stuff, which if it's old, I didn't want that inside of the new computer's memory. So what I did was I installed the new router onto the old computer first, and then went and updated the computers. And then the whole process of going through the router. And of course, the first time it goes through searching for stuff, it doesn't connect. You know, no matter how much detail they give you in the paperwork. They told me, like, my lines 1 and 2, I had 2 cords that need to go in. And they just mentioned 1. I'm like, well, which one do my 2 go in? Which one is 1 and which one is 2? And does it matter? Well, of course it matters. So I had, it took them 10 minutes of work to try to find it, which they said 10 minutes, but it was more like 20 minutes. And then it didn't find it. So then I had to go reinstall the stuff, figure out how to go back through the process again. So it's always something. They have all the paperwork, but not enough detail. So I've been working with that. I'm in the process now of trying to change over my files. Right now, I just went and changed my documents over because I knew I'm going to be needing that. Like, my documents folder has, of course, my documents like retreat files, Excel files, Microsoft Word files. So any of my business invoices and things like that, all of that's on there. So I knew I was going to need that. So that's the first thing that I went and copied to an external hard drive. I have external hard drives, but we don't back them up like every freaking day. So instead of me taking my last backup, I went and backed up what was currently on my system. And now I'm in the process of transferring that over to the new computer. So it's a long process and it's tiring. And it was wash day. So today was wash day today. And I did all of that other stuff yesterday and processing orders and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a long process. So that's what I've been doing. I do want to show you what Lietta donated. I did bring that in. Let me see if anybody else has come into the chat. Yeah, you can Venmo me. It's $24.95, and then I'll put it into the mail tomorrow. My Venmo is Teaquilts. Sandy Agger is here. Hey, Sandy. Erling Butler. Lietta Bryan is here. Linda Williams. My brother is here. Says great weather in St. Louis too. I already told y'all we having a ball with this weather. Darcy is saying that she's making a quilt pattern into a table runner. It's called Perry Stars. It's really cute, and I want to put it on my cabinet where my kittens play. So that's cool. She's telling about her projects. If you want me to know what you're working on, type it in the chat box. Teresa Forrester is here. Says, my shoulders do not let me do hair. Eventually, I'm going to end up either cutting my hair to maybe 4 inches. So when it's wet, it'll be short and I can have it like a little curly afro or something. Or I'm going to have to end up locking my hair because this is too much. And I cut a little bit off. Every time I wash my hair, I cut my hair. Because as I'm washing my hair, I go, this is too much hair. And sometimes I'll cut 3 or 4 inches off. And I just don't say anything to anybody. And because, of course, my hair has shrinkage, most people don't notice it. And then by the time I do it again or take my hair down where it's in a loose style, it's done grown back out. So they never know that I cut it. So it just looks like my hair isn't growing, when in true essence, I'm actually cutting it off because I just can't. I spent 2 hours and I just have the back part of my hair twisted. That's not including the wash, conditioner. I detangled at 3 different times. Yeah. It's getting to be too much as I get older. I'm just, like sometimes it's not my arms that's the problem. It's my fingers get Charlie horses. That's the problem. But I haven't had any today, thank you God. Don't want that. Maybe if I'm doing it in 2 sessions, it won't do it. But it's not my arms that hurt, it's my hands from doing the twisting. But yeah. Hi, Melina Montoya. Andy Branson saying her rent is paid. Thank you. Terry is here. And Joe Carmel talking about she can't wait to be done with the Underground Railroad. You picked some major that's a major challenge to accomplish along with a group of people in a week, and then you kept changing your mind about blocks. I was like, this girl, I'd have sold that, made that whatever first block that you sold, it would have been in that quilt, and if I wanted to do it again, I would have done it off camera or something. But you cracked me up, Joe. I've been talking long enough for my iron to come off. Earlene says she paid for her book through CashApp. Yeah, it wasn't who paid first, it was who ordered the books first. But the other books are going to be coming. A lot of other people pay for their books too. I do see the payments. And I have everybody that paid and I ordered a book for. I have you on a list. And when they come in, they'll come in on March 7th. Well, they'll come to Checkers on March 7th. And so then we'll wait for them to deliver to us. And then I will be forwarding the books from there. So, yeah. Hey, Kevin the Quilter. You talking about Viva Las Vegas. He's flying. Don't forget pillowcases, Teaquilters. Don't miss T looks so pretty in red. I wonder, where did you hear that from? Oh my goodness. Press some of these. I need to press down with this thing. My hand too close to the iron on these little baby ones. Yep, and yep. Helena Carter is here. And Dorsey's telling Kevin she's got even more pillowcases coming in the mail. She's already donated a batch. Francis says, T, are you using a scant 1/4 or a really 1/4? I'm using 1/4. I'm not the scant sewer for some reason, and well, the main reason is because I normally use AccuQuilt, and they tell you a full quarter, and then that's just what I use, unless I'm dealing with some piece blocks that are very small. Then it's totally different. So yeah. So I really am sewing a 1/4 inch on these. And it makes a difference because if you don't sew it, your circle is going to be too big and it's not going to lay flat on your background. So you do want a full 1/4 inch seam. So then once I press those, put them back in the bag so we don't lose these little pieces. Or if we lose something, we lose the whole bag and not just one piece, because that's just as bad. I don't know if Brenda is talking about these Dresden pieces or what. But Kim R is here. Welcome to the chat, lady. And Suzette Peter Denton is here. And Bonita says she received her left-handed scissors today. I think you got the last pair. I might have 2 pair of right-hand scissors now, or at least one. Minnie Doula is here. Minnie is asking, can she order a book tonight? If I can put you on a list for my next order. I don't have an order in yet. I have to have a minimum order of 200, but I'll put you on a list. But right now, that order is already placed for the back order, and I can't place an order even to add on. I have to place another minimum $200 order, and I don't need anything else from them right now. Although I didn't even bring the stuff that came. I just didn't even bring it in here. I had books, and then I ordered something that I have already, but it was like, it's better this way. Thank you, Barbara, for hitting the thumbs up. Maddie T, did you get my order for the t-shirt? I wonder if it's working on my end. I can't remember. That paper is up in the front. Oh, yeah, I got your size, Maddie. Yeah, I got your size. I probably responding to emails and using my phone. You all know I'm having trouble responding to emails, so I'm doing the best I can. I'm hoping that the new computer with the new router, I'm hoping that that's going to help whatever situations I'm having, because my phone is still ran by my internet. So I'm hoping that some of the issues I'm having, will be resolved by that. We shall see. And since I got the new one up, I probably need to reboot my phone, which I have not done yet. So I need to do that. I don't even have my phone on me now. Between computers and bills and, okay, I can't print off of this computer, so now I'm running 2 computers right now. So yeah, it's a little, I've been a little busy, to say the least. And I'm hoping that some of the email issues that I'm having will be resolved with the new computer. I'm almost wondering if it's got something to do with Windows 10. Like, I didn't have Windows 11. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with that, because I noticed the whole Windows 11 system is totally different. My mail, my Yahoo mail, when I just went to open it to sign in so that I could have it there when I'm ready to use it, it's like it's not working. I sent some emails out today about the 4 orders to Zandra, Remo. How come I keep forgetting Deborah Holloway? I sent emails. Well, no. Yeah, I sent emails to those 3 people because to give you your tracking number so you can tell me if it's working by letting me know if you got your tracking numbers, because I have no way of knowing that it doesn't work until somebody says that they haven't gotten something. So I've sent those out today. But I do have your shirt size and color, Maddie. Joke on me. I tell my right. I changed 2 blocks. Was putting on a final border while listening to you. So that's good. She's getting it done. But, I feel like if you're doing the basic sashing, I did this in 2 weeks, and I did it how Eleanor tells you to get your bags and pick your X number of fabrics and do a bag and then put each one in a bag. That's how I did it the first time, and it went pretty smooth. I did it in 2 weeks. Had it quilted and everything. So it can be done. But if you're doing the traditional sashing and all of that, then it's gonna be a little bit. That sashing I did, it seemed like those pieces were never ending. I made I think it was 200 flying geese, so that's 600 pieces. This is just sashing. And then I want to say 25 square in a square. So that's times 5 is another 125. And then it had a square in between. So another 25. So another 150. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I was so sick of seeing them pieces, I didn't know what to do. Deborah Sims Brown says, T, I sent you an email. I don't have my phone in here. Delia, I see your payment from Venmo. Let me see. Soki. I don't know. Okay. I see it. I know what you're saying. Now I'm trying to figure out why come I don't see anything. It's just 2 words. Well, 1 word and a number. Okay. Earlene says, I finally completed the 4-star general revisited. I needed to sew the binding. Where can I post it? In the Facebook group. Please share it in the Facebook group. Hopefully you're a member over there. I got sinus issues because I've been outside. Oh my goodness. And of course I haven't taken any medicine today. I haven't taken medicine in a few days and been fine until I went outside today. So Remo says she didn't get an email, even though it showed me it went through. But yeah, but I was trying to. So it still may not work. I was on a new computer. I was hoping that would fix my email issues, but apparently not. I'm just pressing. I feel like I'm never going to get these things done. I have not done Dresden Village this month because only Kevin and I are the only two working on it. I don't see anybody posting, so I'm going to wait until somebody posts other than Kevin or myself. We need to see, I need some motivation from you guys. I'm going to keep working on mine in the interim. I'm trying to get these set up so that I can have some, if I get all of this stuff sewed, then I can figure out, I think I'm going to hand sew mine down so I don't have a double seam when I go to quilt it. Because I think I'm just going to outline quilt it around. But I don't want 2 rows of stitching. One more. Vivian saying, I'm working on Dresden Village. I'm just being lazy and not posting. You got to post, girl. I want to see it. I want to see it. So I'm just working through my bags, trying to get my pieces pressed. Because it just looked like this stuff is never ending. Oh my goodness. But you got to do one step at a time, right? One step at a time. So maybe I won't be doing any sewing. I thought I was just going to press one and then sew all of them. But maybe I'll go ahead and keep pressing because I definitely can't sew them until I press them. So press them all. So I may as well just keep working on this task here. That one was starting to come out a little bit at the end, so I wanted to hurry up and press it down. Claudette says, I was cutting fabric half a day for my next quilt. Then I decided to clean my new vintage white sewing machine. She was dirty. She was a dirty bird, but she ran great, so that's cool. I love that vintage machines were so well made that they're still here. Part of me moving that computer, honey, I had dust so bad. You know how you wipe and you think you have everything, and then when you go start pulling out the cords from underneath, and it was like the router box card. I guess it must get hot or something, but it really had dust attached to it. I was like, goodness gracious. But I got all of that. I wiped all the cards down. I had some wipes that were non-alcoholic. Once everything was turned off, I just wiped everything down. And then I had a light fixture that had like a heavy base. If you ever have a light and it has a heavy base, what's inside it is concrete. Ask me how I know. The concrete burst the plastic underside that it was sitting on. And when I picked that light up, because it had never moved, I've had this desktop computer since 2015. And it had never moved, the light. And when I went to move it, I wasn't taking it away. I was just moving it so I can wipe the desk. I go pick that thing up. The plastic parts start tearing apart. And then all I had was like big chunks of concrete and then gravel that was just very fine gravel. Everywhere, the entire desk. The side that I had already cleaned, I had to go back and re-clean. So, yeah. It's a lot. So now I'm trying to, I took everything off my desk, so now I'm trying to reorganize it back. let's see. Minnie says, the Dresden Village quilting pattern looked too hard for me. That's why I passed on it. I mentioned time and time again that this thing was not for the meek. You know, but it's a beautiful quilt to accomplish it, kind of, in a way, although it's not the same caliber, but it kind of reminded me as I'm working on it of the Dear Jane, that you know, it's a complicated thing. It's not complicated, it's just time consuming, I guess. And that eventually you work your way through it piece by piece. So that's what I'm hoping. It took me, I don't know, I can't remember right now, but I'll just say 7 years to do my Dear Jane. So maybe it'll take me 3 years to do Dresden Village. Who knows? I'm hoping not, but we'll see. We shall see. All right, the big one shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's making the Dresden blocks that have the large piece and the small piece, Francis. She's asking, what is the assignment? So we're making these Dresden blocks that have the 2 different pieces. The other blocks that we need a lot of only uses the tiny ones. So if you're in the group, it should be in the group. Or I also did a video, Francis, if you weren't in the group at that time. Go look in the files section, or a video, or camera photos, or something. It's a video up there that I did for this part with all my little tips that I used. The only thing that I think I didn't have at the time is I didn't have my Roxanne's glue. But instead of using, I felt like the glue stick was too thick for me. The glue was coming off too thick. So I ended up just buying me some Roxanne's glue. That's the only thing that I changed since that video. And I'm going to have to make sure I go take some medicine when I leave out of here. Because now my eyes are starting to water. I had a good time outside, though. I enjoyed myself. And Sue says she had one too, that she took one to the cabin and it fell out. And like I said, my desk has been set up for a long time. And I'm going to say the light's probably been there, not quite at the beginning because I had another light, but long enough. It's been there probably just 2 years shy of my computer. But yeah, it just, the whole thing just fell apart. So the light still works. I just have, it doesn't have any weight to it. It just is a hollow metal, hollow metal, and I don't have anything. It's like I need a sandbag or something to put on this thing because the arm is so heavy. It's a over arm extension about, I don't know, 1.5 feet. So it wants to topple anytime you touch it. So I had to, I guess, figure something out. I don't think I'm throwing it away because I don't throw away anything that's working. That's just me. If you still come on, that's working. We're going to figure something else out. I may have to end up like putting the base behind the computer and just have it come over the computer. So if it starts to fall, it'll fall forward. And then the back side of it will be the wall. So it wouldn't matter if it falls backwards. But I got to get all of my computer stuff hooked up first before I can do that. Because I'm working with all these different the dumb thing about computers is that they put all the USB and USB-C ports in the back. And then you need to plug your stuff in. You got to go all the way to the back. So I'm using a USB that I have for my laptop using one of those extensions. And so I'm going to have to buy one, but I need one that has a long cord because it's all the way in the back of the machine. So I need to know how long is the cord before I buy one. And I want to make sure that I don't have to have one I need to plug in, because I don't want another thing that I got to plug in. Some of them you buy and you also have a power cord, so you got to be really careful. So that's what I'm working on computer stuff. And this is why I didn't want to do it when I first got the machine, because I knew it was going to be time consuming. And then on top of that, I don't even know if I mentioned to you all that I just went onto my Butler. I used my Butler in December, and then I went back at the end of January, or was it early February? I went and turned it on, and the my embroidery file just didn't load. It loaded it's like they did a reset without telling us or something. I don't know. And my embroidery file library is gone, and it gave me just the basic files that come with Butler. And I don't use those files for the most part, because I like other ones that I have that I've already purchased and paid for that I would like to use. It's not an issue getting the files back in there. It's an issue in that I had all of my files sorted by pantos, for blocks, for sashing, for corners, that type of thing. And that's what I don't have. So, yeah. I still got files that are missing, but that I can't find. I got a few that are missing that I can't find. And, yeah. So I'm not happy about that, because I'm one of those people that I like my files organized. But right now they're just all clumped in there. They're just all in one folder section, and that's it. So I have to type names now. I can't sort by, can I see all the pantos? I can't do that anymore, because all of my pantos are not in the pantos folder. So if I was tackling that right now, I would be doing that every day for 3 months. And I don't have time for that. I wish that I could take it off the Butler tablet and do it like at my leisure. I could take it places, but we can't work on that unless it's hooked up to the actual machine, and that means I'm standing at the machine. So Darcy says she needs more thumbs up. Take a second and hit it real quick. Thank you, Darcy, for the reminder. Let me see. Minnie says it was in the 70s, the past 2 days in North Carolina. Sue says I duct tape a brick to the bottom of mine. That's what I said. I'm going to end up doing something. That sounds like a good idea. I got some gardening planting bricks where they'll give you a half brick. I might have something like that I can use. But something's going to happen over there. I bet the brick lasts longer than the concrete that was in it. That one was a little crooked. Okay. So Kim's getting a new sewing room, so that's cool. Vivian's reminding you guys to hit the thumbs up button too. This is the last of the big ones. Well, for this bag. How many more bags I got? I still got 2 more that need pressed. But at least it's something over nothing. Oh my goodness. So I didn't know what I was going to do today. So that's why I didn't label the video title. Just put the date up there. So I'm just getting, I want to show you what Lietta donated to Retreat. To Retreat, door prize. She donated this layer cake. Got beautiful fabrics in them, and I'm trying not to do too much with this because you know all of this is that pink seam. So it's like kitchen love. Like on it, it's got bowls, a mixer, cupcakes, and then the fabrics got words, sugar cup sprinkles. It's really pretty. Dresses, like paper towels almost, but they're dresses. That's what I think of. Just showing you some of the fabrics here. Just go pull some up. I don't know what that one is. It's clams. So yeah, it's clams. So she donated this as a layer cake, and then the same thing in a jelly roll. So you can see that it's got some black, whites, some teals or aquas, little bit of lime, and then pink and a little bit of orange. So gorgeous. So I wanted to show you all that. I forgot to show it to you on Saturday. Let me go, before we get off of here, let me go get the checker thing because it's only 1 or 2 things. So I had an extra Tula mini iron, and so I ordered that person this case to go with their iron. So that's why I have this for the Oliso Tula mini iron, or Oliso mini iron period. And then I also ordered G-Eazy's ruler stickers because they have the little arrows. I don't know if they got other shapes in here, but sometimes when I'm using certain rulers and I'm doing a lot of the same cuts, I don't necessarily need it for G-Eazy, but it'd be easy for me to put on my big mat so I don't have to keep counting down or trying to remember the numbers in the sequence, especially when I'm cutting kits. So I got that for myself. And then the books came that I don't have in here. I shipped them, almost all of them. I've been seeing Betsy using some of the Quilt Folk magazines, and so I ordered issue number 33. I also ordered issue number 34 and number 35. So I felt like ordering that many was enough for me to see if I liked the magazine or not, because I've seen one of Betsy's. I'm not even sure if I ever gave it back to her. I can't remember. And I do like some of the readings. Like I told you all, I do read quilt books from front to back. So it's like they go to a different place and then they explore the quilting in that particular area. And this issue number 33 is talking about quilts of New Mexico. So I thought that would be really cool. I like, trying to think, what would you call it? Like, it's like there is a word for it and I'm just blocking it right now, but you like sew strips together and then you cut them and then you sew them back together and then they make a particular style, like Southwestern style quilting. So I do want to do some more of that, but I thought this Mexico one might be interesting because I like that type of stuff, to see if any of that made it into that as far as being Southwestern. And then this is the one thing that I purchased that I told you all I sort of kind of have already, but maybe not all of it, but I got some of it, and then like it's in parts. And you will see what I mean when I show it to you. Look how thick this book is, first of all. That's a thick book, okay? Very thick. So what I have is Quilters Newsletters, and it's 1,000 blocks. And this has, let me see if it has like which 1,000 blocks are in here. I'm trying to see when was it copyrighted. Because they had books, they had magazines that would give you 100 blocks. And I probably had like the first 6 of them. And then you miss one. You can't buy it anywhere because everybody was purchasing. And then you were just out of luck, okay? But you know what the other word was. I'm trying to see if they've got like a... I don't see like a copyright year. And I really like the 100 block magazines that Quiltmaker made. They had, the designers sometimes made unique blocks. Some of them use traditional blocks, but some of them use custom blocks that they made just for this newsletter. And so I really liked it. I just don't know, like, I guess it's going from 1 through 10 because the blocks are numbered, you know, from 1 through 1,000. So, yeah, really cool. So I already see something that I can use in here. It's a paper piece block. And I'm not going to tell you all what it is, but it's going to go into my Happy Place quilt. Because remember, I told you all I'm doing the Be Happy Place quilt, but I'm not doing all of those applique blocks. So even though they've got applique in here, I'm still not going to be doing all of that. And I see something else I might can use too. The only thing is all of these blocks are 12 inches. So let's see, what are these half square triangle sizes? They're 2 inches, so that's 4. So these are 8. I have to do some modifications. Let's see if they've got the patterns in here. Or do I have to go somewhere else and download? Because I don't see the paper piece patterns in here. So I just lost that. Let's see if I can go back and find something else that's paper pieced. It says make 4 paper copies. So Let me look in the front and see, because I want to tell you before you buy it, okay? I don't want you to buy it. It says, yep, templates, foundations, applique patterns, embroidery designs, and technique information can be found as a PDF download, and it tells me where. Each of these blocks finishes at 12 inches, 12.5 inches unfinished, and will work in many quilt settings. I hope you will find this collection to be as inspirational as I have. Okay. I'm kind of sad that they couldn't. I know this is a thick book, but I'm sad that they don't have the applique and foundation piecing in here. That part I'm sad about, because I bought it because I wanted everything in one place. So I'm in the applique section. And then I can't show you this because it would be showing the directions. So we got applique, and then we got blocks that are foundation pieced in the greens. And then in the purples, we have mixed technique, which means it could be pieced and applique and or paper or foundation piecing. I call it paper piecing because I use paper. So mixed technique. And then you have just your piece blocks. Yep, just your piece blocks that you can do, like snowball corners, the sew and flip techniques, or regular cut pieces in there. So pretty cool. Cool. Got some quilt blocks, some settings that you can use, which they also had in the magazines. I think issue 1 didn't, but I think after that, because people were asking for it, they started putting different settings in there as well. So yeah. So 100 quilt blocks by Quilt Maker, although I've got to go and download it. So what I'm going to do is leave this out while I'm working with this computer stuff. I'm going to go download it and put it onto my external hard drive, so that I'll have all the stuff I need if I already saw one block that I know I can use in my Happy Place quilt. So I already know I'm going to need the stuff because I don't have it. So yeah. Darcy says she has that book also, so that's cool. That guy was in Quilt Folks Oklahoma issue. Wait a minute, let me go back. Kim says she loved Quilt Folk. Okay. What do you find at Goodwill, Minnie? I don't know. I mean, we go through so many topics. Sewing machines, old sewing machines. I'm thinking they're talking about she's talking to somebody else, maybe. Hi, Eugenia. Welcome. Bonita says she has that book too. Joe commented, that's a thick book, but it looks like a great resource for blocks. It's not just a great resource for blocks. It's a great resource for newer. Most of the blocks in there are not anywhere else. Like most of these designers, you might have a few designers that just took a basic block and didn't care, just was going to be in a magazine and just made a traditional block. But most of the designers actually created their block for the magazine, which is another reason that I felt like Quilt Maker magazines, when they were putting out the 100 block things, I felt like it was a great thing because they were. That guy was in... I'm trying to see what Kim's saying. That guy was in Oklahoma. I don't know what that's about. Miss T, did you ever receive my pillowcase? Yes, I showed your pillowcases when they came in. I don't know when at this point because I got so much going on. But I did show your pillowcases, and they came in the same time as somebody else's, I think with Darcy's. I tried to email you and tell you, but again, my email is not working correct. So I'm sorry if you missed it, but yes, they did come. So thank you so much for your pillowcases. The museum opened in 2017. Remo says she has that book, and so does Janice Miller. Yeah. So, when I purchased it, I just needed one more thing for my cart. And then I was like, you know what? I got the magazines. They're paper thin. It'll be better in a book. And I might end up, I don't know if I've got binders that big. I have my own binder. But I might end up, because that's huge, and I'm not going to be doing anything that big in the future. But I might end up taking that in and getting it put on spirals. And I think I'm going to enjoy it that way. Let me look at it and see how much space they got. Yeah. I'm hoping it should work with spiral, yeah. So I think I'm going to take it somewhere and see if I can get them to spiral bound it for me. It's pretty thick. Mine's, I think I only have up to 1 inch. And I'm not, by the time I pay for the next size up, like this is exactly 1 inch. And I have no room to move. It might be big, just slightly bigger than 1 inch. And I'm not going to be bothered. I'm going to have somebody do a professional because I want it to look nice. And then I might go print the PDFs and get those PDFs and put them in here as well. So I might do that too. And then with it being spiral bound, I can just put my book on top of my printer and make the copies that I need for my paper piecing, or if I need just one to make applique patterns, I can just put that on my printer while it's flat, so I don't have to worry about trying to keep up with all the pieces. So let me see something. I just saw something with a churn dash. That's not churn dash. It just looked like it when I was flipping. That's exactly what I was seeing though. But yeah. So yeah. I got lots of, I already see a couple things in here that I can use for my Be Happy place. So that's cool. And I get to read a quilt folk I haven't read in a while. Okay, so she said she had been under the weather and hadn't been on the lives. Yeah, but it did come. Appreciate it so much. So thank you for participating. Walmart is carrying a 1,000 quilt block book, she says. What's the retail price? Let's see if they got it on here. They do. In Canada, it's $48. In the U.S., it's $36. I'm sure Walmart will have some discount on it. So, if they still have it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to stuff getting off my list. I got 2 days this week while I'm in meetings, Friday and Saturday, all day for a big project that I'm happy about, but it's just 2 days of my time. And then Friday night I'll be babysitting and then have to get right back up Saturday to finish the project. And I probably am going to end up having to do a little bit more work on this project. So I'm going to see how these 2 meetings go. And then I'm going to try to, because I already know I'm probably going to be doing something else. And so I think I'm going to be trying to bow out of the first part of this project, because I'll be the only one doing the next part. So Hi, Katie, Greenland Quilter. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I am. It's like this year I got 102,000 quilt projects I need to work on. 2 scrap clubs. Um, the Dresden Village. We still haven't started Fabulous, which I haven't even pulled fabric. That's why we haven't started. I need to pull fabric. I had bought some fabric and didn't have the pattern with me, and so I had only ordered like a yard, and it's like I need more, or I'm going to need like 2 different oranges, you know. It's not like I can't use what I have, but I had bought like only 3 or 4 of the fabrics that I wanted to use. Where those are at this point, I don't know. I have no idea. Y'all, it's 8:11. How come my brother ain't said, good night, everybody? I tell you what, I know I'm out. It's already 8:11. Oh, crap. I thought I only had 1 bag. I got 2. I was going to say I only had 1 bag, so I was going to continue to press. But I got 2, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, well. Put all of this stuff back up, I guess. And we will not be in here for a while, so probably back until, I don't know, Saturday evening. Well, Saturday evening, I guess. What are you working on, T? I'm working on Dresden Village project, getting my pieces pressed. I've sewn my Dresdens, but now I'm pressing them so that I can make the whole entire block. Joe says, I'm not ready for Fabulous. Who said they weren't ready for Fabulous? Oh, she said she's not ready for Fabulous either, laughing out loud. Right. It's a lot of work. So, now here come my brother talking about, good night, everyone. Stay safe still. You was talking and I was listening. He let me go over 11 minutes when I realized that it was 8:11. Okay. He's normally like at 8 o'clock. If I don't stop at 8, he might give me the 8:01, and then he'll go, good night, everybody. That's his hint for girl. You yakking, it's after your time. But yeah, so I'm going to get on off of here. I'm going to go back to the computer stuff because I got to finish it so I can go back, clear off my long arm section. And I'm going to try to remember to go download this file when I go in there so I don't have to worry about that in the future because I have no foundations or appliques. So, but yeah. So I'm going to, Kim says, yet. Right. I have the fabulous fabrics, but also not ready to start yet. So nobody that's on the fabulous list is ready to start. I think Frances got her fabrics picked. Everybody else is like, we got so much to do, it's ridiculous. But I will be back here Saturday night. I don't know what we're going to do. I might be exhausted by then, depending on what this lady has planned for us. So we're going to play Saturday by ear. I just might be coming in here just talking, okay? I might be tired of everything quilt related at that point. So I will see you all then. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone, and quilt out. Bye.